listened to a young girl who was saying that the Nigerian community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your picture from our government.
This was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic education as a government college to Delhi. And
go gather, destroy their food. With camp and that other camp, Togo camp, no compensate everybody.
Generation sometimes. Today our focus will be on the style of J.P. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point as more dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. With too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after stories, earthly adventures and more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary life.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.
Let's see. Is that Tanda?
Yeah.
Good day. Thank you very much for talking to people, places, and events, and to the African Center for Community and Development. We are at a demonstration farm. Can you tell me about this project?
Well, this project actually started last year in March, as in 2012, March of 2012, with a conception, and it went through the stages of designing and, sorting out all the demonstration plots. So here we actually have a demonstration for plantains, a demonstration for pawpaw, demonstration for the eggplants, demonstration for the pineapples. We have a demonstration for the Telferia occidentalis, which is commonly called the okongobong leaves, so which is a very leafy vegetable widely consumed in Cameroon. So this farm is a site for training. Of course, we've had quite a number of challenges. We would have gone further than this. If you look at this house behind here, it's quite old, and we thought we could secure some money to revamp it for our table birds project, which we think, with time we'll be able to do that.
Okay, why did you select plantains, for instance? Is it because you think that many Cameroonians consume it and it's not given enough attention?
We selected plantains because many Cameroonians, they consume it. It is not given adequate attention, as well as plantains is one of those farm products that could be used, could be transformed into other products. For instance, we now have plantain spaghetti. We have plantain powder, which could be used for the making of local soup, the bongo chobi. And of course, plantains can be packaged, can be processed into chips and packaged and then sold abroad. So with plantains, there's a lot of added value, a lot of potentials for employment, and so we chose it because we think that plantains is that kind of crop where you plant and you don't give so much attention to it, but then it can produce as much quantity that we need, and it can give employment to the local youths, and that's why we chose it.
Now, this project, is it under EPDA or it's a separate project?
This project is actually the sustainability aspects of EPDA. So even though it assumes another name, the Agropastoral and Crop Production Training Center, it is managed by EPDA, but then it will have a separate management board, which of course it will serve as some kind of commercial entity where they will plow back the part of their gains into the charitable
works of
EPDA. Cameroon, yeah.
Now let's look at these pineapples seedlings. Are these local species or?
Yeah, these are local species. They are not actually the improved species, which they are gigantic. So, but we anticipate that from the time we actually conceived this plot, all the available seedlings that we had were these local species, and so we planted them with the hope that in due time we will replace them by those gigantic ones. We think that while developing our curriculum in pineapple production, we will use the gigantic ones in order to empower the communities, empower the youth to be able to see value, see the potential employment in the production of pineapple.
And what about pawpaw? I see that you've also planted it here as a form of a demonstration plant. Yeah.
Yes. Pawpaw, it's a fruit which has a lot of nutritional value. It also has medicinal values. For instance, the leaves alone is capable of treating malaria and typhoid. And then the pawpaw fruit itself, it's some kind of a relaxer. So when you take it, it actually helps to ease digestion in the stomach and stuff. So, but then it could also be processed into pawpaw juice, where it is commercialized here in high value.
Now, you've been training some people here. Have you been targeting women, or you've been targeting just maybe CBOs and NGOs?
Well, our targets with respect to this training center are the women, the youth, and civil society organizations, as well as the community-based organizations. We are talking about the CIGs. So why we so much focus on this target is because we think that youth, first of all, there is a growing unemployment rate in Cameroon, and the youth could find crop or animal production as an employment sector. For the women are like the household managers, and they usually lack the skills to produce the food that is needed by the families. And so since they actually take care of the families, we think that when we empower them, when we train and empower them, we will see a dramatic change in household upkeep and their nutritional intake.
Now, you also do intercropping, maize and plantains here. Is it also part of the demonstration?
Well, no, this was not part of the demonstration. We actually brought the maize just to take advantage of this rainy season and the cropping season, and also to get rid of the numerous grasses that are growing in the plantains. But with time, when these plantains are fully matured, we will not be having maize in the plantain farm.
Now, you also keep dogs and pigs.
We do.
Yeah, I will be very willing that you take me to this place so that we can see the dogs and pigs. But what is your vision behind that?
Well, our vision behind the pigs is that it is an income generator, very highly income generation activity. A single pig is capable of yielding up to 150,000 francs, which is quite a lot of money that could help a family. So we feel that if we empower our targets in that sector, it will serve as an alternative income generation. Whereas the dogs, we actually call them the guard dogs. There is also a rising problem regarding security. So we think that people are gonna need dogs for their household security. They will need them for many other things, and so the reason behind the dog keeping is actually to generate income, which is plowed back into buying feeds for the animals, the table birds, the pigs, the rabbits, which we anticipate to integrate in the training center.
And here we are at the piggery. Wow. It's quite a big pig.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Wow. Is this a male?
It's female.
And it's pregnant?
Yes. You can see the crossing date. Here you can see the recently weaned piglets from the farm.
Do you sell them?
Yeah.
How much do you sell them?
Mola Godi, one is 25? 30. Okay, 30,000.
Good day. Thank you very much for talking to people, places, and events. And you are in charge of the animals here at this project. What is your name, sir?
Godwill Mojimbo.
Okay. Can you tell me a bit about the pigs you have here? What kind of species and how long it takes them to get mature and so on?
Okay. This one's just matured 6 months. They are already matured. At the, 9 months, we start crossing the female ones.
Yes.
When it becomes heat,
Yes.
we cross them.
Yes.
They take 3 months, 3 weeks, 3 days for delivery.
Okay.
Yes.
So, in terms of vaccination,
Vaccination immediately after their birth.
yes.
After 1 month, I call the vet. He comes, they give them vaccine and give them iron.
Okay.
Yes.
But do they vaccinate them how many days after their birth? Oh.
I usually do it after 1 month.
Okay.
After 1 month,
Okay.
they give them the vaccine and the iron.
Okay. And you vaccinate them how many times in their
How
lifespan?
many times in the lifespan? I do vaccinate them 3 times. But when there is any illness, if I don't see them eating well, I call the vet man to come and check and gives them vaccine vitamins.
Okay.
Yes.
So, but the second vaccine comes at what stage?
After 3 months.
Okay.
Yes.
What about the African swine fever?
African swine fever, I experienced, let me say, we experienced it last year. Was it last year? Last 2 years.
Because you did not vaccinate it well.
No, we did vaccination, but this, when we went for a seminar in Boya, they told us that when the rain begins to fall, at the beginning of the rainy season, when the rain comes and stops, it comes and stops, that's when we start having
The swine fever.
the swine fever. So when the rain comes seriously and fall, it washes everything. So we did that, we did it, but when that last time we had that difficulties of rain and falling, that's when we suffered the swine, African swine fever.
But
That's
can,
our first time of experiencing.
but can it not be solved by vaccine?
It cannot be solved by vaccine. You vaccine them, but when the sickness comes, it takes those who are weak, the weaker ones, but the stronger ones resist.
Okay. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for talking to people, places, and events, Mr. Director. And I'm very pleased to see the wonderful projects you have here. And I hope through the venue of this program, your wonderful vision towards development in Cameroon and Africa will reach out to the millions that are going to be watching you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. And you just listen to a young girl who was saying that the African community here is totally very angry. Thank you very much for your places of our
was the Ijo country of the Niger Delta of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. He went to several schools to make your academic tendencies was as government college to Delhi and
Go gather, destroy their food. With the camp and that other camp, Tongo camp, you don't compensate everybody. But some of them,
in its generation sometimes. Today I'm so glad to be in the style of J.C. Clark, a poet and writer, and we shall also be very interested in his point at more dancer.
Some lives are meaningful, some are empty. Lives that are meaningful, with too much meaning and riches to offer humankind. Long after some breeze earthly adventures and no more, one can still find footprints of these great lives on the pavements of our contemporary lives.
Good evening, you're welcome to the program Green Planet.